I'm Dr. Dave Bronner. I'm one of the optometrists at Terra Vision Care. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Zeiss goggles and Zeiss prescription goggle inserts. When one is looking into purchasing goggles, there's a few things they want to keep in mind. That number one being the goggle fit. You want a goggle to fit nice and comfortably. You want a goggle to make sure that when you put this on, that there isn't any gaps between the foam and your face. Generally, one that you want to watch out for is a nose gap. So when you're putting that on, if you have a flatter nose, you generally may get some space in there. You don't want that. When you're going up the hill, you're going to have a lot of air going through that, cold air, not allowing that goggle to work like it's supposed to. The next thing you're going to want to look for is something that has great ventilation. You want ventilation in the bottom, the top, and sometimes even in the lens. Lastly, you want to look into is the type of lens you're getting. Are you getting a spherical lens or are you getting a cylindrical lens? A higher end goggle is more likely to have a spherical lens. A spherical lens is basically just as is, a sphere. So it's going to be curved in all directions. So it's going to be curved vertically, it's going to be curved horizontally. Whereas a cylindrical lens in a lower end goggle is going to be curved only horizontally. So it's going to be flat vertically. And so therefore, it's not going to allow for the best optics. Here's the key features in the Zeiss goggle that I may be going over. There's a few. It's a higher end goggle, so I'm not going to go over what you would expect in just about any goggle, such as dual lens, thermal lens to prevent fogging, anti-fog coatings. You're going to have that, or even helmet compatibility. You know, those are all things that you kind of expect in a newer goggle. But in this high-end goggle, other things that you want to expect, that you want to see is, number one, that spherical lens that I already went over. These all have spherical lens, so it's going to allow for the best optics there. Another thing that's huge, the comfort, as I was talking about before. This has a fleece lining. You're going to be wearing your goggles for, it could be several hours in a given day, and you don't want to be taking them on and off because it's uncomfortable. When you're doing that, you're more likely to fog. So having that fleece lining makes it not much more comfortable. And lastly, that ventilation system. This has vents in the bottom, has vents in the top. So you're going to get, ventilation, that hotter air rising, and it's going to go out at the top. The other neat thing about this, it also has the lens foam there as well for ventilation. But the other key feature is the foam that they uses a conical system. And so the holes at the top at the outside of this foam are smaller than they are at the bottom or inside that lens. What that allows for is air to pass through, but it helps prevent water from seeping through that foam. And so you're less likely to get moisture inside that lens. The real key element of this is the Zeiss prescription goggle insert. I think that's where this really shines. What this is basically just like putting, getting a pair of glasses, but it's just this insert. So we would put lenses in these with your prescription. And we also want to make sure that they're sitting perfectly, so at the perfect height when we do this. So when we fit these, we measure and make sure that you're looking through the center of that lens. That's really important. Same thing goes for your glasses. But what goes with these is you just place these in here. The top portion, these are just pressure fit. And so there's other goggles these actually can work for as well, but they do tend to fit very nice and snug in the Zeiss goggles, and you want it to be nice and snug there. So now you're not going to get any movement there. The other nice thing is that lens right there actually wraps right along with the goggle. So it's about right up to that lens there, and that's going to help for lens fogging issues and things like that. So two people that are going to really be using this product, that the insert is going to be people who wear glasses or wear contact lenses because they need some type of optical correction there. And so the benefit over glasses would be, number one, you don't have to wear glasses. You don't have to, all you have to do is wear the goggle. If you're already wearing a goggle, it's one less thing that you need to have on your face. It's already in there. There's no nose pad. There's no temples that you need to be worrying about. You can get a better fit. And particularly with glasses and goggles, you have to find that right goggle. You need to find that goggle that can fit over glasses. Now, what is really nice about that insert is, for those of you who wear contact lenses, um, contact lenses generally, just about always, will make an eye drier. Even the best contact lens will make it slightly drier. So particularly when you're skiing and you're dealing with high winds, you're going down the hill very fast, you got a lot of airflow across your eyes. That's only going to make your eyes drier. Plus you have cold air, which is generally drier air. And so you're just in a very dry environment. So your eyes are more likely to be dry, uncomfortable. So with this, you don't have to wear them. Just put the insert in there. I'm Dave Bronner, optometrist at Terra Vision Care. This was a review on the Zeiss goggles and prescription goggle inserts. Thank you very much.